Hello everyone, welcome back to the MANIA 7K World Cup 2025 finals weekend. We just had a lower bracket match quite a while ago with Japan and Peru, and this time we have the other side of the lower bracket. We have Philippines against Indonesia. Once again, another Southeast Asian clash, brought to you by two Southeast Asian commentators. I'm Raviel and I'm joined by Sub285.
Hello, hello. Are you ready for one more heart attack this World Cup? I think that question is pretty much fitting here, considering the history of these two teams. Team PH campaigning to reach the podium again in this World Cup for the third time in a row. Meanwhile, this is Team Indonesia's first appearance in the finals weekend of the 7K World Cup since 2017. Both of these teams have very capable players. Obviously, household names already for Team PH. And obviously have Onta Bikasi, Rafko, Asiel, every one of them also capable of playing these pools.
Yeah, like you mentioned, the Indonesians, they haven't been in this position in a while, and with some definite experience in Onta Bakasi and some new guns ready to try and take the stage by storm against a very familiar opponent in the Philippines, who not too long ago actually won the entire World Cup, so this is going to be a very interesting test also with the EX maps in the pool to come to play.
Yeah, for those who are uninitiated, the EX picks serve as additional picks to the is a rice chart. EX2 is a noodle chart. EX3 is a hybrid chart. They are considerably harder than their regular contemporaries, but are considered like slightly below, or if not like around the level of the tiebreaker for this pool.
Yep, so the roles have come in. Indonesia will have the first protect.
Actually, one funny thing that was discussed, at least amongst some of the commentators, like throughout the entire week before this weekend, is like if there's any team that would dare protect any of the EX picks.
I mean, it can be possible. Maybe later on we might see like South Korea against China. We might see that, I'm not too sure. But LN2 will be protected by Indonesia, yeah?
Could definitely happen indeed. Okay, for Indonesia to protect LN2, I'm pretty sure this. Okay, someone mentioned like during the build up of this weekend, like, this matchup in particular, all of the noodle picks are going to be extremely dangerous for both of these teams. Like it could go either way.
Yeah, like as much as Indonesia have been a very scary LN roster, the Philippines aren't actually too far behind. Hybrid 2 will be protected by Philippines.
Oh, surprising technical hybrid protect. Not exactly a category popularly protected over the past few weekends. But obviously, the difficulty of these pools, you have harder decisions to make. Making sure that you keep the pool as open as you can to your strengths. Also, another dynamic here is that this is not the first match both of these teams are going to be playing this weekend. The winner of this one will be facing Japan for an outright spot on the podium. And like the scores that are coming out of today most likely are going to have a very big bearing on how things will transpire tomorrow.
Yeah, with the knowledge of Japan after they've swept Peru, we'll definitely be having some studying to do for either of these teams that win. And Court Jack will be banned, so there it goes.
Yeah, there goes Court Jack pick. And I presume Indonesia would also be banning a rice chart out of this pool. Most likely, it's going to be rice 4 if like the trends for this entire World Cup is going to be followed. Like the technical pick has always been something to be avoided for a lot of these teams. Like, unless you're super confident with it in the first place.
I'm actually thinking like maybe one of the hybrids. Like, well, not one of the hybrids. There's only one hybrid left that can be banned.
Yeah,
Hybrid 1. Like that's still an option as well.
I'm not sure if it's a good ban though. Should they get hybrid 1 out of the way? Like it's a bit more similar to Rise to Rise, not Rise to Rise, LN2 LN3. Like it's a bit more in that direction at least. EX ban is also open, but no, it's into the unknown.
Yeah. Rice 1. Very anti-Rice here today. Alright, first pick.
Yeah.
Exciting times for the first time in the 7K World Cup. The potential for EX map picks. As we have 4 Rice, 4 LN, 2 Hybrid, 3 EX.
Yeah, lots of like this pool is pretty much wide open as it stands. Like pretty much even. I presume Indonesia is going to be opening with an LN pick at least.
To test the waters, yeah?
Yeah. Honestly, Reime is a good option to open this one. Like a lot of the teams opt to open the match with the inverse, but no, we're gonna have the original. Cutting Edge Insane Artifact. One of the 3 OSU originals for this round. The others are Rise 2 and EX3.
Something to point out as well, like the length of this map is quite a long one.
Yeah, this is our consistency pick, hence the length of the chart. We're going to be seeing more, I guess of the LN picks, this is going to be the one that's more targeted towards just outright sharpshooting accuracy, really.
Yep, so the Philippines should surely have Oji-san and Sani, there we go, and Indonesia also just opting with their LN roster of Ontobakasi and Rafko, yeah?
I just noticed that name change for one of them.
Yes, Sani has now changed to Sani with 3 more numbers.
Yeah, 3 more numbers. I'll leave your guys' opinions about that.
Not the worst name change in the world.
Yeah, there has been worse.
Also World Cup.
Anyway. Oh my gosh. Wait, it was PH as well, like the Hyok and the Hyoks.
Those same country as well. It could always be worse. Anyways, let's get into this map. Cutting Edge Insane Artifact, one of the OSU originals of this finals map pool. 3.5 minutes of LN consistency. And we have 4 of some of the best LN players in the world, and they are ready to duke it out.
Indeed, and here we go. Again, I mentioned in the intro, like, are you prepared for a heart attack? Depending on how this goes, we might actually be set for one.
Yeah, right now accuracy is extremely close between both ends. Indonesia definitely do have a little bit of an edge as Sani is actually falling behind the rest of the lobby. But Indonesia will be able to hold this lead for now.
It's Rafko currently with a very slight advantage compared here to Sani, like about half a tenth. Meanwhile, Ontobakasi and Oji-san keeping up with each other for the most part. So Rafko was dropped. Wait, no, it was Ontobakasi dropping a tad bit of her accuracy, and Rafko finds the first miss of this match. Team Philippines now with a very slight lead, just above 2,000 points. But considering the length of this chart, like, this is still well within manageable range as long as they limit those mistakes which Rafko committed, as I was mentioning that.
Yeah, and now Rafko has dipped down to the lowest accuracy of the lobby. Oji-san actually now pipping Ontobakasi to the highest accuracy of the lobby as all of the lobby's accuracies fall, but Rafko will fall the hardest. And it is now a 5-digit lead to the Philippines.
Yeah, that drum fill guitar solo section gave Rafko a bit of a trouble. Like lots of the notes there, like thankfully, not much misses. Like it's just accuracy drops for the most part.
Oh!
But okay. On to Bikasi finding the first one for their side. No more full combos left in the Indonesian side of your screen.
Yeah, and Philippines will have the driver's seat here. Halfway through the map, both players' FC still intact, and also both players having better accuracies than any of the players in Indonesia.
This break section is not a break section at all. Like the reverse shields here are just so notoriously hard.
Oh, and you say, oh
Okay.
my goodness, multiple misses from OG-san, a single from Onta Bakassi. It is quite clean misses from OG-san, so the accuracy is still the highest from them.
Yeah,
but things have shaken up.
Pretty uncharacteristic there from Oji-san, finding those misses on the reverse shields. But I mentioned it. The reverse shields are not the easiest to maintain your consistency on. Rafko finds a drop. Sunny as well. No more full combos left. But the lead is still in the Philippines side, and it's actually increasing. Both Indonesian players dropping to below 99.5 in that pretty dense sequence.
Philippines are stepping on landmines though. They have now found more misses in this segment than Indonesia has. OG-san and Onta Bakassi doing really well to go up against each other, but Onta will reset their their combo as well as Sunny. And actually Philippines will benefit from that as Onta had the higher combo. Rafko also drops as well. It is just OG-san putting this ship together and sending it.
Yeah, like the consistency Oji-san has been showing throughout this entire chart is rewarding Team PH right now. Onta Bakassi finding yet another drop, and that will pretty much put the nail in the coffin for this pick. At least it will be Team Philippines scoring a breakpoint for their first point in this match.
What is that score, OG-san? 987k on this. And that is an absolute MVP performance. Almost a quarter of the next best 200 count.
Yeah. Only one LN break, one miss. And I presume that that just came from like what? An LN and a note that comes in the same column, like just one entire reverse shield sequence.
This was definitely way too much for Indonesia to handle. And also just some information to them that LN might be a no-go.
I mean, most likely they could probably stick with the LNs just a bit more. But that does tighten the window. Indonesia has to go through, I think.
Yeah,
there's
options now definitely a little bit more limited.
There's a rice fix for Indonesia. Maybe it could go on their favor depending on how Team Philippines will be playing their cards as well.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, we're going for the mixed rice EX map.
Okay. Just as a note. Again, to the uninitiated, EX picks are considerably harder than their regular counterparts, like just less than or around the tiebreaker's difficulty. But now, strategy-wise, here's something to note. There was a community tournament a few years ago, like back in 2022 or early 2023. I forgot when it happened. They had EX picks in their pools, and the players tended to pick the EX picks early in their matches. Like they wanted to exhaust the EX picks before they touch the regular ones. Is Team Philippines employing that strategy right now, considering that this is their opening pick of the match?
Yeah, very interesting strategy to just kind of get the toughest maps out of the way rather than save them for a potential like deciding map, either like a deciding map or tiebreaker kind of situation.
But the one thing that Team Philippines has to be careful here, and also Indonesia really, is opening the opportunity for your potential opponent, Japan, to scout your scores for the most part.
I see my accuracy is now this time favoring Philippines at the start.
But it's an extremely tight lead
Yeah.
at the moment, though.
Rafko is the first to fall out of the 99%. Onta Bakassi might slowly follow suit, as is Sani. Oji-san holding the highest accuracy of the lobby once again. But still combos intact.
Yeah, like, the accuracy does favor Team PH right now just because of Oji-san's performance right now. And they're gaining accuracy in this section. Onta Bakassi and Rafko. Full team reset, double full team reset for Team Indonesia in this pretty rough section. Really, Sunny finds their first drop as well, so it's only Oji-san with the only full combo. And we're not even halfway through this chart. Like, the second half of this chart becomes much crazier.
Yeah, and also Oji-san holding the only 99%. Onta Bakassi will now be able to climb the accuracy back up to 99. But this map is absolutely relentless as Rafko resets combo, lead goes towards the Philippines as a result. And Oji-san will finally fall, but still holding the 99%, Rafko will trade it back, as is on Tabakasi, and Sani now holding the highest combo of the lobby.
Yeah, like the full team resets here for Indonesia is just helping Team Philippines accumulate the lead. Sani has been consistent with the combo for the most part. The accuracy could be better, but like, it doesn't really matter. Their opponents have been missing left, right, and center.
It's not whether or not you have like good accuracy, it's whether or not you have better accuracy than your opponents. And Sani is definitely doing that, as both Indonesian players are just struggling even in this big section here. Yeah, this might already be settled. 84,000 points. We do have a quarter of the map left. But seeing how comfortable these two Philippines players have been so far, there's almost no doors open for Indonesia to break through.
We're now about to enter the final quarter of this chart where things get pretty crazy. Let's see how Oji-san and Sani maintain their consistency here. Sani, Rafko trading misses. Onta Bakassi is also trading with Sani. The density of the chart actually giving Sani some difficulty to keep up. Oji-san, on the other hand, the only sizable combo left in this room.
Yeah, once again, just an unbelievable performance from Oji-san. As we close out Curse Bloom, Sani will find another miss, a couple more, it doesn't really matter. 95,000 points of a lead, and an unreal 974k from Oji-san. Wow.
What is that 200 count, Oji-san? Only one miss.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't feel like an EX map to them. What on earth? Philippines looking extremely scary right out the back.
One on earth indeed.
And now back to Indonesia. What can they go for here? You did say L-Lens are still in the conversation.
Yeah, most likely like have the slower LNs like Reimei Agony. Might be their best option, at least for Indonesia, to score a point. But again, it's really reliant on how they're gonna be performing overall. Like, EX2 is really hard. I don't think that's the direction they should go.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so they're going for the Protect. I think it's a good pick as well. It's just, at least personally, I would have seen LN1, LN4 come out right now, but sure, LN2, it's nice. It's still a good pick.
Yeah, I would have preferred LN1, but this is still okay. It's LN density. It's a 190 BPM LN density, so I believe it should still be in the comfort zone for both Onta and Raf. I don't think this lobby is going to see any changes in players.
Yeah, like this is an outright noodle match as of the moment. Well, aside from EX1,
alright, let's see. Indonesia testing the waters again. And still no changes in the lobby since the first map.
I presume both of these teams will be sticking with this duo for the entire match.
Yeah. pretty tame intro. Philippines will have the accuracy advantage.
Currently, Ravko is just around the 10th behind Oji-san right now, and that's pretty much the reason why the Philippines has the lead. But here comes the main difficulty of this chart, and it's actually Indonesia with a better accuracy overall now.
Yeah, Oji-san actually picked up a couple of accuracy drops, now drops to the lowest accuracy of the lobby. But there have been some accuracy drops on the side of Indonesia as well. Sunny now holding the highest accuracy of the lobby. I believe the accuracy lead might still be in favor of Philippines as Ravko dropped to 99.5. Now they are the lowest accuracy in the lobby, and Hunter will be the first one to find a miss, yes. And this will now give a substantial lead to the Philippines.
It was a pretty uncharacteristic miss there coming from Onta Bikasi. Their accuracy is pretty much still up there, like well within striking distance. Should Team Philippines mess up somewhere, and there's still half the chart remaining, so this is not yet over.
Yeah, Sunny has now taken over MVP duties from Oji-san, 99.6 FC. But we are about to get ourselves underway into another dense section. Let's see
this is
changes.
Like this part, you just want to gain as much accuracy as you can.
Yeah.
Because this chart will be pretty relentless. It's a main drop happens. Sunny finding a drop at the worst place possible, I think.
Not the player you want to see fall from the Philippines. The lead still in favor of Philippines, but it might swap back to Indonesia if Indonesia can hold on. But the Philippines are holding their on for dear life.
Yeah, the lead is well under 1,000 points, but a few accuracy drops from Indonesia might be helping Team PH maintain this sliver of a lead. But Indonesia could do something special. Ravko, unfortunately, though, they find the drop. The lead increases to around 5,000 points, almost 6,000 points. Ravko, the Philippines might be able to escape with this one.
There's not enough time now. 9,000 points, and this time it's actually Oji-san that says, yep, let me just take over the duties. I'm just gonna get a PFC. Yeah. Completely normal stuff.
Yeah. That 200 count is ridiculous. And Sunny finding Ellen break, one miss. And best ratio.
Yeah. By just a bit.
Best ratio in Team Philippines. But look at Ravko's.
Yeah, Ravko actually had the best ratio in the lobby. Just unfortunate they broke at the end. And that was pretty much what gave Philippines the lead, was just 9,000 points.
Yeah, again, this is a Team Philippines barely escaped with this one.
Yeah, definitely a better showing on that than Cutting Edge. They are going for EX2. Philippines are just knocking on the door of EX maps.
They are indeed exhausting the EX pool here.
Oh my god.
As I mentioned earlier, I think that's their plan. They're just gonna play all of the hard stuff.
It's working. I mean, we saw what happened with Curse Bloom. It was like a 92,000 point lead. This one's going to be mixed LLAN though, so maybe Indonesia will have a bit more say.
And I like how everyone here is just saying, for the record, the players here and the charter of this are very familiar with each other, so please don't mind the shenanigans you're seeing in the multiplayer chat. All of them are pretty friendly with each other.
This might be a bloodbath. And like a bloodbath in terms of like how close this lead could be.
Yeah, this is just I think both of these teams just welcoming any to the MWC 7K charter pool. Like, I think this is like any sort of first or second MWC chart this year. Maple selectors, please correct me if I'm wrong. And this is just this is just the players welcoming the guy to
the new mapper welcome, initiation, I think.
Yeah, best way to put it.
Well, let's see if Indonesia can try and strike Philippines unaware and get their first point on the board. And Sunny will find a couple drop straight with Ravko, but Sunny
Ravko.
found a couple more misses and worse accuracy than Ravko. So I think this lead will favor Indonesia as OG Sun finds an early drop. Ravko will trade it back though onto the only FC. Sunny will drop. So lead will now favor Indonesia.
Yeah, that's a pretty rough start here for Team PH. Onta Bikasi finding a drop. And and honestly, it's still Indonesia with a slight accuracy lead despite everything.
Oh,
But Ravko, actually, that's a full team reset there for Indonesia.
yup, and suddenly a 10,000 point lead to the Philippines. OG Sun and Onta will trade. Onta will find more misses though. As Ravko and Sunny both trade, it is just the top half trading and the bottom half trading. But the Indonesians are just finding way heftier drops than the Philippines.
Also, Kura, what is that act?
99.23.
How do you still have a 99 after a pretty rough start?
We still got another half of this map to go.
This is like there's still a ton of notes yet to be played. Like this start is extremely dense and we're not even in grand finals.
Yeah, this is absurd from OG Sun still holding on to the 99%, and they will finally fall trades with Onta and Ravko though. So this might just be a 48,000 points to the good for the Philippine. Sunny now taking over combo duties, and the 99% from them as well as they climb accuracy up, but they will finally fall out of the 99. OG Sun will also drop their combo, but it is traded both by Indonesia.
Like,
That will be a fourth, surely.
both of the teams is trading full team reset trading, and OG-san has recovered.
Yeah, OG Sun still holding on to the 99.2. Sunny is actually being
double
able to
99.
put themselves into the 99% towards the end. No, 98.99
no.
right at the end. But OG Sun? Wow. That's a reason why they are a former 7K World Cup champion.
Yeah.
And after a very close start, Indonesia were just blasted.
Yeah. Welcome to Endgame 7K. Like this is the goal of every single 7K player here. Like to be able to play this stuff and instead being sent to Mars, you're gonna be sent to Pluto.
Well,
Because,
Indonesia have the board again. LN 1 surely. Surely LN 1.
Yeah. Raymay, I think, is the best pick here really for Indonesia. But no, they're going for Agony instead.
Huh.
Yeah, this works. This works. This works.
Okay. I mean, it was either LN1 or this. I still think LN1 might be the better choice. But let's see what the Indonesians.
Oh boy, here they go again. Here they go again.
Oh boy, X-Neko. X-Neko map. Wait, this is a collab. It's X-Neko and Paul Kappa? Oh, it's actually a bunch.
Yeah,
X-Neko,
it's
Kobe,
a big collab.
Paul Kappa, yeah.
Yeah, it was a big collab. Also, just a shout out to one of the charters here for Paul Kappa. Hope you get well soon, man. I just saw the thing being mentioned in the map pooling server, but yeah, get well soon. Hopefully you have a good recovery from whatever you're facing right now, Paul Kappa.
So this map is quite shield heavy, has some triple jacks. You're gonna see a lot of one-handed coordination patterns with stairs and shields. Extremely coordination tested.
Yeah, like here's the thing with this chart. Like, there's a significant overlap with this and LN1 at least, like patterning wise. That's why I kind of think that this still works out. It's just that LN1 is a bit more, I'd say, friendlier in terms of like the times you actually let go of the keyboard, if that's a good way to put it.
I would say that Indonesia would want all of the friendly maps that they could get right now. Because this might be the show of Oji-san against Onta and Sani against the Ravco. I would say the latter more especially, because they will have to try and carry the second player side of the roster, but actually Onta Bakassi is the one to drop a lot actually, below Ravco.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty rough sequence for Onta Bakassi. And Ravco now finds...
Yeah, and Ravco will now dip below Onta Bakassi's accuracy. Sani will find a couple drops but still holds the accuracy advantage over everyone in the lobby.
Yeah, like, this is still the best act. Sani is doing something special right now.
Yeah, and Ravco found a flurry of missiles, dipping them to 98.6. Onta will find another. And this lead has already ran away from Indonesia in a split second.
Meanwhile, we're seeing a double 99 here for Team PH. Like, what are these two players doing? Like, this is to know, we still have one full combo.
And also the fact that like both Philippines players, 99.3 at least, minimally. And Onta just fighting a flurry of misses that dipping them below 99.
Also, how did Sani maintain a 99.4 on those ridiculous jack shields?
Philippines.
Like, this is actually pretty scary. Team PH is gaining act.
They are just running away with it. They are just taking this and sending it to the sun. Indonesia have no chance. Sani will finally fall. But, like, does that matter at all? They are still holding 99.37. They've overtaken Oji-san in accuracy. What is this?
Ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous here coming from Team PH. This is going to be one of the strongest team scores on this chart, I would think. And there's only like just a few more seconds left in this chart. Onta Bakassi finding a few more misses in the sequence, but that doesn't really matter.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
wow. FC
full
from Oji-san. And an absolutely terrifying team score from the Philippines.
Oh my gosh. Korea's on a roll.
I mean, I've already said it before about like 7K World Cup champion performance right there. Showing no signs of slacking since.
Also,
putting them to 5, yeah?
Also, shoutouts here to Ravco. Their ratio is pretty much similar here to Kora's. Onta Bakassi, unfortunate misses though, but still that's a ridiculously good score.
Yeah, either of the Indonesian players had to play like absolutely out of their minds to even come close to the Philippines team score.
Okay, so now Team Philippines picks.
EX3.
Are we gonna see Valkyos? Surely.
If not like hybrid? I mean, at the moment, it's like extremely anti-ice. So it's probably gonna be anything in the bottom half of this pool. But,
yep. They're definitely taking their time here to decide, huh?
I mean, it's probably gonna be either like Hybrid 1, Hybrid 2, or EX3. I don't see them wanting to... Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Never mind. Alright, yeah.
Okay, they're gonna
Make me eat my words, Aquin. Make me eat my words.
I mean, I guess I'm not surprised.
Sayuri07 in chat. Yeah?
Sayuri07s, yep. Also, I guess it does, like, you have to remember, the winner of this match still plays Japan tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, they gotta I guess, like, especially if you're Team PH right now, you have a pretty overwhelming lead. You want to close this match as soon as you can, so that you could keep as many scores as you could as a secret.
I mean, I would say that the Philippines and Indonesia are keeping their rice scores very secretive.
Yeah, because they haven't picked any
Because
of them yet.
they haven't picked it because I'm very sure they do not want to pick it, which could also still be information to Japan regardless. But yeah, I mean, like, whoever wins this, you know, you are still going to be facing a monster of a team in Japan.
Yeah, like I can just imagine like the people taking notes of the matches for tomorrow, like the notes.
That would
Like
be me.
Japan played what mostly rice, and then this
Yeah,
one, like literally LNs and two of the EX picks.
which could actually be good for Japan. Because then, you know, Japan, they get information of LN scores from these two teams, and they can just cross-reference to their own LN scores, and they'll be like, yeah, we can't pick this, we can maybe choose to pick this. Like, it can definitely change some of their strategies up, and actually same goes for any of these two teams that win. You know, you just play the LNs, it doesn't really matter, you get information from Japan on their rice, you cross-reference with your own rice scores, and then kind of dictate your tempo.
I mean, I say it's a pretty fair trade for both of these teams if that's the case.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, so far, Philippines have just been absolutely rocking this match and already starting off with a lead as Onta finds the first miss of this map. Accuracy is also both favoring Philippines, so like, again, another death sentence to Indonesia unless Philippines will find more drops.
Which, honestly, considering the consistency they're showing right now, the inverted broken stream is not phasing both. Well, never mind. Sunny and Rafko finding drops. Onta becasing 2 consecutive ones, and now it's Oji-san.
Yeah, once again, like both of these Philippines players just kind of exchanging their roles. One player will decide to step up, be the MVP, the other one will just take a backseat. This time, Sunny finding more trouble than Oji-san as Oji-san still holds on to the FC. Although lower accuracy than Sunny, it's not going to matter too much. They still have this lead, Philippines, still 5-digit lead, and it will grow as Rafko will find the miss.
And that will just help Team Philippines accumulate a bit more of a lead as we enter this solo.
Yeah, and the accuracy recovery from Indonesia is just... It is there, but it feels slower than the Philippines. As both Philippines players holding 99.5, Indonesia's highest accuracy, only 99.1.
This is a really ridiculous run here for both of these players. Everyone comboing this inverted stream.
Yeah, we haven't seen a miss in a while.
I mean, it could happen anytime in this chorus, and there you go, there's one.
As we go straight into another chorus section, so we're gonna see more misses. Onta will find the next one. Philippines not budging, as they have been for the entire match. Rafko finds another combo reset. Oh my gosh. Both winning performances from the left side of your screen.
I am trying to not mention what's happening at the left side of the screen. Like, these are really ridiculous scores. It would be a shame if we end up cursing it.
It would be a shame indeed. As Rafko finds another miss and Onta as well. It's another full team reset from Indonesia and it is basically done. It's a 6 to the Philippines. It is match point to the Philippines. They are almost one map away now from securing a top 4 finish. And we shall see an FC again from the only champion here in this lobby. Oji-san 97.8.
That's a clean FC as well.
Sunny as well, 978k. Just 515 points behind Oji-san. These two players have been popping off.
Also, speaking of just a few points behind, Onta Mikasi Rafko's difference as well.
96 points of difference between those two. And if you're like an Indonesian, like, what can you do? What can you actually feasibly do?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, if Indonesia was facing a different opponent right now, like this is a guaranteed point for them. But no.
My gosh.
Just, double 978,000. Okay. Like one of them is a 7,000 X combo FC.
And well, there goes all of the L-LAN maps. There is one EX map remaining, both hybrids. And we do not have to look at the top half of your screen because I'm very sure none of these players want to play them.
Well, they are mentioning time to play Rice.
Oh. Is it actually time?
Is it
actually time? To be fair, it won't be the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because at this point, you've been banging your head on a brick wall with these L-LAN picks and they have not been working. You have potentially one more pick in this entire World Cup.
Okay, so they're going Rice 5 then.
Wait, 5 or 6? I hope it's 5.
I mean 5. 6 is fast gold stream. 6 is fast gold stream.
Okay,
I hope it's 5.
They said Rice mix. Yeah, I mean Rice 5 is the consistency, Rice 6 is gold stream. It should be Rice 5. It's Rice 5. Here we go!
Just the PSA, everyone. Blocko is the ETS of them all. The ETS ET of them all. Also, I guess once Jinjin mentions the thing, I think let's be silent when that happens. when Jinjin recites the line. Blocko is the ET. Yeah, just a daily reminder that Blocko is the ETS ET to ever ET. Praise the ET Blocko every day.
Now the interesting thing is Sani still staying in or is Arkwin going to actually sub in?
Okay, it's... Okay, Arkwin is going in for Sani. I presume that Sani is a bit more of... at least from what we've seen, this World Cup, like Sani either plays like really consistent Rice, and then Arkwin's the one who's focusing on the more wacky stuff.
Yeah.
And Arkwin has a technical ability for it. Like, we've seen it in 4K, we've seen it in 7K. Like, we've seen this guy pull off magic. Talking about Arkwin.
I mean, Arkwin has been one of the veterans of the MANIA tournament scene. To still see him still play at the highest peak of competition in what has been pretty much over a decade. It's quite impressive.
Again, let's be silent once Jinjin says it. Yeah. It's somewhere in the middle of the chart if I remember.
I actually do not remember where it is.
It should be somewhere in the middle. I just forgot when exactly. Like, I forgot the cue.
Well then, let's see if Indonesia can get their first point on the board or if it will be another sweep.
If we're Team Philippines, so you actually want to sweep. If you want to hide your scores.
From Japan, yeah.
Yeah. But right now, Rapco finds the first drop.
Oh, and they're struggling with the middle column. They drop down to 98.5, a flurry of misses. As Ontabakasi follows suit. Arkwin actually dropping quite a bit of accuracy in this section, but OG-san is still being OG-san.
Yeah, let's not... OG-san is just being a fine player right now. Let's try to ignore that in case something happens. Also pretty impressive for Arkwin, like despite the accuracy drops, like they're still able to regain the accuracy, but no, they find the miss.
That's shaky. That's not good.
Yep.
That's a very messy miss. You can see this lead has completely shrunk. But Rapco and Onta both trades, and this lead has just completely reset. Philippines, they have a grip on this lead now.
But look at Ontabakasi's accuracy. It's like both Indonesian accuracy are still better than what we see for Team PH. But that sequence is not gonna be helping Team Indonesia at all. Arkwin finds another drop. It's a pretty messy one, like a full 3/10. Full 3/10 drops. But the average accuracy right now favors Team PH.
Yeah, and it all falls to the shoulders of one person. But so far, so good for the Philippines. Indonesia will definitely have to step up, and they need to see a drop from OG-san. Like this is almost unwinnable now. If OG-san just don't find more drops. So Aquin actually keeping things a little bit more close, a little bit more interesting. Onta will trade it back though.
Rapco has now recovered to the 400 combo bonus cap. Arkwin as well. Is that actually... Oh, Arkwin... Okay, full team reset it. Okay,
Wow.
I think it's almost time. And before that one, we saw a full team reset there coming from Indonesia. Rafco follows it up with 2 misses on the worst possible play.
Oh my gosh.
Combo. Arkwin starting out this section with a miss as well.
I just want to like we see like all of these misses from like the other 3 players. OG-san is almost a single % higher than anyone else.
Yeah. Like surely now. Like if OG-san manages to survive the onslaught of us both in this commentary booth, I don't know what to say anymore. Like this is still the hardest section of this chart remaining. OG-san still maintaining accuracy, that pretty rough transition. While the rest of the players just struggling to maintain their combos. What is
a whirlwind from the Philippines. Indonesia just cannot maintain any form of combo for like 20-30 seconds. Onta resets with Aquin. But it is a death sentence to Indonesia now, as the map is actually going to come to a close. Aquin will find more drops, but Indonesia just cannot find any breakthrough.
The Wobs did not face OG-san at all. What is happening? Wow. Alright.
That is it.
That is one way. That is one way to end the sweep.
OG-san is the ETiest ET to ever ET in this lobby and in this match. Philippines! 5 MWC 7Ks in a row. They have made the top 4. As they will knock their Southeast Asian brethren out with a PFC from the 7K World Cup winning champion OG-san to do it. And they will face Japan tomorrow.
Also, shout out to Rafco. Best ratio still.
Wow, yeah. But yeah, look at the miscount. I mean, you have 16, you have 24, you have 30, and then you have 0?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Normal.
Yep.
Not normal numbers, I guess.
And with that, Team Philippines has the honor of facing Japan for an outright spot in the podium. That is going to be one heck of a spicy match.